Hey team, we are promoting this Sunday and we're starting our new series, Wilderness Rangers. So I wanted to quickly talk you through a couple of things for both parts. For promotion, we are keeping the same schedule we've had this summer. 9:30 Bible study, 11 o'clock worship. We're keeping the same class size of 15 chairs, but because it's been growing, we will now have 2 classes per grade, a blue class and a green class. Because it's growing, that means that we have new families coming back, and I am so excited about that. But I want us to be very careful that we remove every single obstacle that would make a family hesitant coming back. So I would ask that you please consider wearing your mask, especially during drop-off or pickup. That's the point where you have the most contact with the most number of people, and we want to keep everybody safe. When kids enter the room, this is their first time in their new class. Even if you've been their leader in past years, this is a nervous moment, and it's an exciting moment, and we want to build on that. So as soon as they walk in, give them a tent to write their name on, or if it's a younger class, you might need to write their name for them. Write their name, put tape on the back, and then they get to take it outside of their classroom. This is the back side. It says our class, and they get to add all of their little tents to the window so that way they can know which class is theirs during this series, and to provide some of that classroom fun that normally they would be getting at school around this time, but they're really not right now. We want to make it as fun as we can here. Our emphasis for this series is learn the story, earn the badge. Every single week, there is a new badge that they get to earn with the new part of the story they learn. Wilderness Rangers is about the Israelites' travels in the wilderness. And I love this series. 1, because I love all outdoor things, but 2, because I think this is a really interesting part of the Bible that most kids don't get to learn if they just grow up hearing some of the stories. They normally go Egypt with Exodus, and then they go to Joshua. And this is such a good opportunity to fill them in on that middle part and help them learn about God's faithfulness and how God was there even when Israel made multiple mistakes and sins just like we do. So every single week they get a new badge and they get to put it on their name tag. Now, this is a name tag that they get to make this first week during class time at the beginning, and it's a name tag that I need you to keep in your classroom, because if they take it home, they're going to lose it. It's going to get really gross. They're going to chew on it. They might chew on it anyway, but it's safer if it's left in the classroom. So I would ask that you keep these in here. Just hang them on your shelf every single week so they can come and get it the next week. To help out with all of the stuff that you will be keeping in your class for the series, we now have buckets. So this bucket stays in your class on the bottom of your shelf, and it's just all of the things that are specific to this series. So any tents that you don't use, put them in your bucket. Any badges you have left over each week, leave them in your bucket. Any extra name tags, put them in the bucket. It is there all for you to keep in one place. And because you have less kids, I wanted to give you something to help you get to know those kids and to help you fill up that time at the end of class when you finish your curriculum. So we are starting something for the series called Campfire Storytime. In your bucket that stays in your class, you have a 3D fire that you can just pop open and set on the floor. You'll have Velcro dots to make a circle around that fire for everybody to sit on their Velcro dot. And then you have your questions. These questions say, tell me a story about when. And they all have different stories that kids can share. When they made someone laugh, when they did something hard, when they went on a trip. There's 24 cards, so you can do about 3 each week. And it's such a fun way to get to know your kids and to get to hear about how they're doing, and for kids to get to hear each other's stories. Stories are such a powerful way, both for us to learn the Bible like we're doing in Wilderness Rangers, and for us to get to know each other. I'm so excited for you to get to know your kids, their names and their needs, where they're at in life. And I am so excited for us to have fun and learn about God and worship Him together.